explosive start to the show. Welcome back to Crafters TV. Good morning. It's morning everywhere, isn't it? Oh, unless you're in Germany, then it's afternoon. It's definitely evening if you're in Australia. Well, it's morning here. I'm sure it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So, I mean, we could even, if it's 5 o'clock somewhere, we could have a cocktail, Craig, really, in the show. What do you think?
I agree with you on that one there. Absolutely. I think we should all have cocktail rounds all round this weekend.
Absolutely. Craig, loads coming up, isn't there, in the show, all about Nature's Garden. What is it that makes our Nature's Garden ranges so popular, Craig?
I've just twigged it. It's all about Nature Garden, isn't it?
Yeah,
so it is. I've got all the products.
It's actually called Nature's Garden.
Just actually twigged it's Nature Garden. Yes, they are. Well, as we've just found out there, or I found out anyway, it's all about the Nature Garden. So all about the collections that you know and love already. Nice little bundles as well, but a few additional little incentives as well, isn't there?
Ooh, there is indeed, because it launches. It's too early for a spin. Right here. I can't spin on it. We've got new squidgy mats, Craig.
I know,
spin on them.
Can we?
My spinning days are over. Spend £30 or $30 here on Crafters TV across the whole website. Of course, after your discount has been taken off, we're going to give you an extra £5 or $5 off. I know, how generous of us is that? All the way up until the end of Sunday. So there's never been a better time to grab yourself a bargain. Shall we dive in and have a look at what's coming up in this show? I think we should, because as we said, every single one of our bundles has got something gorgeous from our Nature's Garden collections in there. We've got a frame first for you. It's the intricate lace frame. That's going to have as well, you've got the die brush tool. So if you haven't got the die release tool, it's awesome. Plus you're also getting the heads in there as well. The spare heads, which is fantastic. Right, next up, it's the Rose Bloom. 4 ink pads in here. You're paying for the 4 ink pads. You're not paying for the stamp and die. The stamp and die is worth $19.99 or $19.95. Shut the front door. You've got a half price deal there on that one. I love that. Next up we've got for you, it is our Calla Lily watercolor collection. In here you've got your watercolor card, you've got the Calla Lily stem, die and stamp, and then what you've got is the perfect ink pad to allow you to watercolor over this, which I think is brilliant. A half price deal again, which is brilliant. Well, the next one, shut the front door, you're saving more than you're spending, which is awesome. You've got the Nature's Garden Lily Ornate Frame in here, and then you've got acetate and stamping card, 2 absolute essentials. The next one, the Peacock one, Katy Perry's favourite Nature's Garden collection. This actually sold out and we've got it back in stock. It's that gorgeous 6x6 embossing folder. You've got the Gilding Wax and the cardstock. You've got the lilac glitter card and you've got the blue Centura Pearl as well. Now, the next one we've got for you is our Spring is in the Air. This is your wonderful Life is a Beautiful Dream die in there. You've got the tape pen and you've got the rose gold as well. Right, I want to just quickly share with you, before I do that, Woodland Friends, buy the vellum with the Woodland Friends and you will get the 6x6 paper pad absolutely free of charge, which I love. Gosh, there's so many of you chatting away with me already this morning. Roberta's in, I can say she's giving me a wave in Cromwell, Connecticut. Jill's in, hello Jill. Lynn, Mandy Doodlehand says hello from sunny Milton Keynes. It is sunny in the northeast, I know. Who'd have funked it? I just went and touched the doors, Craig. The sun's shining on them. They're so warm. The sun is shining today. It's got its hat on. It's coming out to play. Sandra says, good morning, everyone. Patty's in from Michigan. Mariah's here in New York as well. And Monica says, it's a lovely sunny day in London too. It's a sunny day all over, which is awesome. Let me quickly share with you this collection. I want you to see this beautiful Rose Bloom stamp and die. And again, what we've done is included in here the 4 pigment ink pads for you as well. So you've got Fuchsia, you've got Spring Meadow, you've also got the Plum Jam, and you've got the Grasshopper in there as well. It's a half price deal, which is awesome. Pay for the ink pads, which are gorgeous to work with. We'll send you the stamps and dies totally free of charge, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Pigment ink pads as well, match made in heaven with this kind of stamp, I'm thinking, Craig.
Absolutely, because with them and the stamp, what you can do is you can layer on top of each other. Now, I picked up on them on Wake Up Call earlier on. We're going to have a look at them again in a moment. So this is going to show you the sort of things that you can do. So if you finish This is what we've got. So we've got your 4 stamps, so your 2 that actually layers on the flowers, 2 that then layers on the leaves. Nice little decoration that you've got here. But then maybe you want to use it with that ornate frame as well. So that ornate frame you might want to pop into your basket. You'll be able to layer into the middle if you want. There's a frame again, but look at this one here. So changing the colours to what you've got within your set, you could be making a really deep card like that one. Again, just adding that extra accent decoration down at the bottom here. Then the next one is what we actually done on Wake Up Call, Joe. And I'm going to kind of show you anyway, once again, how you can get this real depth of layers when it comes to the rose.
Just beautiful, really, really lovely. Match made in heaven as well with those ink pads. Platinum members here, you save £24 or $25. You can get this for $15.97 or $22.24 today, which is awesome. If you've got this already, I'd love to see some pictures. Do you know what I'd love to know, actually, Craig? In the comments today, what is everyone's favourite Nature's Garden collection? You can let me know on Crafters TV on Facebook or in the comments over on YouTube. Would you be able to pick a favourite, Craig? Would it be like picking a favourite child?
Do you know, I'm going to pick one. I'm going to say vintage lace.
Are you?
Vintage lace. Love that collection.
Timeless one, that one, isn't it?
It is. It absolutely is. But what we'll do is, actually, shall I show you how these stamps work? Well, show you how they work? Yeah, let's go for it. Now, if you want to see how, well, start off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my large stamping press with our magnetics because we're going to do a few different layers. If you want to see how you could use your smaller stamping platform, later on, just go back and have a look at today's Wake Up Call where I showed you how you use the stamping platform. But what we're going to do is if we bring in our stamp set, so let's use our 2 stamps. So what I'm going to do for this one, Joe, is I'll probably do the rose, and then what I'll do is I might, time dependent, I might not do the leaves because it's the exact same concept, but we'll see what we're like for time. And now bringing in the 2 stamps. So this one, it's quite flat. There's a little bit of detail, but it is mostly quite flat. This one here, yours will become clean, or yours will come clean. These have just been stained. Good point as well. The more you use them, they will stain, but it won't affect your stamping, so don't worry. So this one with the kind of like flat detail, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it onto my smooth white stamping card, and I'm going to press it into the middle. So what we can then do is let's just pop that back in. Now on Wake Up Call, I just stamped each of these once, but I'm going to use my large stamping platform and we're going to then stamp it multiple times to really get the brightness. So I'm using for this one the fuchsia pigment that comes within this little bundle. Covered it with ink and then I'm going to press. Now, what I'm away to do now, Joe, that I didn't do in Wake Up Call, what I done in Wake Up Call is I just stamped this one once, but what I am going to do is carefully just take that up so it doesn't bend. What I'm going to do is I'm going to re-stamp it again, and because I'm using my magnetic platform and also my large plate, it means that the image stays in place and I'm going to get that perfect impression time and time again.
If you need that magnetic platform, you might want to join us a little bit later. A little birdie tells me it is back in stock in our Colour Me Happy show, Craig.
Is it? Oh, I didn't realise that. I knew we had the small one, didn't know the large one was. Oh, well, that's right now. I'm glad I've done that because it gives you an idea between the 2 shows, Wake Up Call and this one, how you can have them looking. So that is just that one print. Do you know what? Let's even go a 4th time, Joe. Let's just go the 4th time. Still that same one stamp. And what we're going to do is press that one in. So let's press that detail in and then removing that one. You could leave it like that if you want. You could do, you know, it still looks really nice. But let's bring in our next layer. Now, Joe, because we're using the pigment, what happens is this stays tacky, it stays sticky. Now, if I put my hand on it, you know, it's not going to stick to my hand, but it stays open so that when we put powder on top, it sticks to it. But what we're going to do first is we're going to bring in the next stamp set that's going to layer on top. And then all that I'm doing is I'm just using, I can see obviously a lot clearer than you can from up above. I'm just layering in that over the top. So I'm just following the outline of the stamp underneath, and I'm just popping it where I need it to go. And then what we can do is bring in our stamping press again, and I'm going to carefully lift that one up. Then this time we're going to go into the plum jam, and this one is slightly deeper in colour. So what happens if we go over the top and then press, you will then see what happens is it creates, you can just start to see it and no more. So this is why I think my ink pad, I think they're getting a little bit dry. So I'm going to give them a real good stamp, and we're going to keep going just a couple of times again to get that impression. And then you'll start to see, here we go, see that really coming together
lovely,
now.
Craig.
And then what we're going to do, you don't need to do it 3-4 times if you don't want to. If your pad is really nice and juicy, you will absolutely get away with doing it once. But I know that when it comes to the pigment and even water reactive, not water reactive, quick dry, you'll sometimes find that Leanne likes to stamp a good number of times, really to make that colour just stand out. So what we can do there now, you'll be able to see that. How incredible.
Beautiful.
Now, what you could have done is if you wanted to do that in quick dry, that would be dried, all good to go, and you can then, of course, carry on crafting. But because it's the pigment ink pads, what we're going to do is let's move that out the way. I've got some clear embossing powder, so let's sprinkle that over the top.
Oh, Craig, you know that this sings to me. I love the heat embossing.
Yeah, heat embossing.
You get such a huge payoff for a fairly quick technique, don't you?
You do, you really do. And heat embossing is a technique that it's actually the reason that many crafters actually got into crafting. They've seen it happen. Georgina's just said, really, absolutely, yeah. A lot of people either start from cross-stitching or soft crafts, that sort of side, comes into paper crafting, or they see heat embossing, they're mesmerised by it, and that gets them into crafting. So we'll put that powder on. It's gone a bit cloudy. So what we're going to do is bring in our heat tool now. And I'm just going to get this just to come to temperature. Only takes a moment or two with the heat tool. And the key thing is when we pop the heat on top of the image, as soon as you start to see it melt, move the heat tool. So let me just pull my plug out a bit further. So we're going to go over the top. So I'll wait until you're looking down before I go direct over the top, so you don't miss anything. So there we go. So then what I'm going to do, apply the heat just where my finger is. Look at that melt.
Oh,
look at that melt. Isn't that awesome? So what we can then do, that's it. That's all you need to do. Don't waft your heat tool. You know, you've got that extra, you need to be cautious. If you waft your heat tool, potentially you could obviously damage it, but then you can then get some of the powder so it explodes off, which you don't want. You want it to stay in place. But you'll be able to see, if I then tilt that from up above, look at that glisten that you've got. That's also beautiful. Becomes kind of like a resist. So
it's almost like it's varnished it, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? It's like it's been varnished. But then what you've got is you've got the dies to go with them as well. So what you can do is just overlay that one, and then bringing in our low-tack tape. And this is the sort of stamp and die, Joe, that I would stamp it, then die cut it. You know how usually I like to die cut and then stamp.
Yeah.
But because we've got the layers, this is where I will then, on this occasion, stamp it, then die cut it. And then what we can do is just layer up our plates. This size for both this rose as well as the leaves, they're going to go through your Gemini Mini as well as your Gemini Go. So they're going to fit that way as well.
And remember, you're getting 4 pigment ink pads in there as well. Grasshopper, Spring Meadow, Plum Jam and the Fuchsia. So you're only paying for the ink pads, the die and stamp worth $19.99, $19.95, totally free of charge. It's a great deal for these because I think if you've not tried the pigments, a great dip your toe in collection, and it's great that you're getting the extra stamp and die totally free of charge.
It really is. It's awesome. Such a fun one. And you don't need to use the dies if you don't want to. If you want to maybe create your own background, you can. You know, you can go all out and make them really big. But what I've done now is I've taken just a piece of our black matte cardstock, and we're going to pop that round the back, just using a tape in a moment. And then, so if we bring this one, nice little bit of a silhouette, and what we've done with the tape runners, here we go. And then I'm going to pop a bit of adhesive, Joe, just onto the back, creating a bit of a drop shadow down by there. Then what I've done is do exactly the same steps as to what I've done there. However, you would do it with the, what have I done with them?
Could you just, I mean, you could just have stems and clusters of those if you wanted to.
Of course you
couldn't
could.
you? Like little, actually make little sort of hand-tied bouquets with them, but out of paper crafting, Craig.
Absolutely, you can do. Use them together, use them separate. You can do whichever ways that you want. But with the actual leaves, they work in the exact same way. So I would do this full base one with the spring meadow, the detailed one with the grasshopper, do exactly what I've done with that one, and then all that I've done, mat and layer, piece of pattern paper, our nesting dies, and how nice
Beautiful.
of a little card does that make? Really nice on that one there. Both of these layers as well, I stamped on top of each other 3 times each. Really makes it stand out.
Absolutely gorgeous, it really, really is. Lots of love for this in the comments as well. Patricia says, the rose is so beautiful, it looks so real. The embossing brings it to life. It really, really does. So satisfied to see that heat embossing, says Dawn. Julie says, I still haven't tried heat embossing. I need to, you really need to. Patty said, as you were suggesting, Craig, she started with soft crafting, then moved into paper crafting. Talking about favourite collections, Sandra said, I love all of the collections. That's very Switzerland, Sandra, of you. But it is hard to pick one. Jill says the Peacock Collection is her favourite, but like you, she also loves the vintage lace, Craig. Patty only owns the Nature's Garden one. So the only Nature's Garden she has is the Woodland Animals, and she absolutely loves it. Let me know what your favourite Nature's Garden collection is. You can do that. Or you can just send me salacious gossip. It's up to you. You can do that by contacting me over on Facebook. So go to Crafters TV there. Pop into the live feed and comment away there. If you are over on YouTube, then all you need to do is search for Crafts Companion over there and you'll be able to comment away. One of our social media superstars will send your comments over to me. Who is our social media superstar?
Joe, I've just had a thought.
Yeah? What's that?
Vintage lace, it's not Nature Garden, is it? That's,
No.
That's Sarah's signature.
It is a Sarah signature, Craig.
Sarah's signature, isn't it?
So what would your Nature's Garden one be? It's the lovely Rachel's our social media superstar today. By the way, what would it be, Craig, then?
It's got to be, it would be the Peacock because
Peacock.
of
Yeah, I
the
thought it
colours
would
in
be.
it. It's got to be the Peacock Collection because of all those mints and teals and that, yeah, easily.
Awesome. Let me just recap what you're getting in that Rose Bloom Stamp and Die collection. So you're getting the Rose Bloom Stamp and Die. Now remember, this should be $19.99 or $19.95. So it's great that you've got that included for free when you buy, of course, the 4 pigment ink pads that you've got there. So the 4 pigment ink pads you're getting included are the Grasshopper, the Spring Meadow, the Plum Jam, and the Fuchsia. Really great that, you know, maybe you'd come along and buy, you know, a few ink pads to have a go at. This is a collection that's also going to give you a brilliant stamp and die in there as well. Now, next one I want to show you is the intricate lace die that we've got on the show. This is fantastic because it is a really gorgeous but super versatile frame that we've got for you. Very, very lacy. It is from the beautiful Butterflies Schmetterling collection. This one here is then going to have your die release tool with the sponge and the brush, and we're also going to give you the 3 heads in there as well, which is fantastic. So you've got absolutely everything. You're basically getting the die for free when you get it in this collection, which is saving you $12.99 or $24.99, which is fantastic. Right, the next one I need to share with you is the Ornate Frame and Corner. Now, this is fantastic because you've got the Ornate Frame and Corner in here, which is gorgeous. You're basically buying the card and the acetate, you're getting the Ornate Frame and Corner for free, which is £17 or $20 worth of value. So you are, well, you're saving more than you're spending pretty much. You certainly are in the UK. It's a half price deal in the US. You get the stamping card and you're also going to get that. It's the heat resistant acetate that is in there for you as well. This is such a versatile die, this one, because you've got a frame and then you can use these as things like photo clips. You can use it for scrapbooking. It's a really awesome deal, that. $13.98 or $20.98. Don't miss out on that one. We've then got for you the Peacock Collection. I think I've lost my peacock. No, I haven't. Here it is. So let me show you. Sorry?
You don't want to lose your peacock.
I know. I thought I lost it for a moment then. I found my peacock. Don't you worry about that. It's this one here. So it's your 6x6 peacock embossing folder. It is the Plumage panel. I love this because it's 6x6, it's square, you know. A lot of the ones that we bring you are 5x7, they're great, but I think sometimes it's nice to mix it up a little bit. You've also got in here as well the Gilding Wax, which is beautiful. And this Gilding Wax that you've got here is your Renaissance Gold that you're going to get included in there. We're then going to give you the Lilac Glitter card. Oh yeah, I mean, it's just gorgeous, isn't it? And you're also going to get in here as well. Oh yes. Oh yes. It's the royal blue that you've got in there as well. Really beautiful, non-shedding glitter card. So if you've got an electronic cutting machine, it can go through there as well, which is fantastic. You've got everything you need to start creating something really, really sumptuous in that collection there. The next one we've got for you is Spring is in the Air. Spring, it feels like spring has sprung, Craig, doesn't it, the last few days? Really feels like there's a change. In a month's time, the clocks will be going forward, spring forward. I think you guys have only got a couple of weeks to wait in the States, those of you that do change your clocks, which is awesome. So yeah, we're getting there. Look, it's going to go cold again though next week, Craig, I heard, which is a shame, yeah. Life is a Beautiful Dream is this one just here. This is from our Spring is in the Air collection, so perfect for this time of year. You're also going to get the gorgeous, oh yes, look, that gorgeous rose gold, and then you're going to get in here as well that tape pen too. A brilliant deal there. Another half price deal for you, which I think is sensational. Oh, I love this next one that we got. Woodland Friends, which is this one just here. So this is basically, you're paying for the vellum pad, which is this one here. Don't just think about this as a vellum pad, because that's not all it is. You've got gorgeous die cut toppers in here, which means you can just pop these out and construct something fabulous with them. So you've got those in there, which is brilliant. Then what we've got in here as well are the vellums. Now the vellums are just beautiful. You've got in here 24 sheets of vellums and over 60 die cut toppers. Let me just show you one of these. It's a little bit dark there, but you've got this gorgeous, it's the opacity on these is absolutely gorgeous, really lovely. It's 150 GSM, but you're buying that and then we're going to give you this for free, which is your 6x6 paper pad, which is brilliant. 180 GSM, 48 sheets in that one just there. It is really, really lovely. Nature's Garden, the Nature's Garden Woodland Friends collection has been so busy since we launched it. Lots of you, Patricia says, Joe, you don't want to lose your peacock, crying, laughing face. Christine Bayer says, Cracker Barrel restaurant chain had a peacock collection in their stores. I purchased a peacock cutting board for my craft room desk and received a large peacock bag at a craft crop. I've been to a Cracker Barrel. I remember going to Orlando as a kid and going to a Cracker Barrel. It was delicious. Sorry?
I've never been to one.
Have you not? Have you seen them though?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite a big chain, aren't they? I've definitely, yeah, it was really lovely. Favourite collection for Dawn is Winter Wonderland. Christine loves the peacock. And Julie says, it's so hard to pick a favourite. I would say Woodland. Lynn also says, I love the Crafts Companion glitter card. It sparkles so well. And it's just fabulous. Right, I know a lot of you have filled your baskets very quickly this morning in the show. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out. Whilst you do that, take a look at how you can watch and shop at the same time. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Absolutely, we do create every single day here at Crafters TV. Don't forget as well, this weekend, kicking off right here, right now, everyone that spends over £30 or $30 will get an extra £5 or $5 off. You don't need to worry about it, it'll all happen at the checkout for you. You just need to make sure you spent over £30 or $30 after your Club Inspired discount has come off. Another great deal now that where you are again saving more than you are spending, we've got that die brush tool for you with the replacement heads. You buy those and we're going to give you the intricate lace lace frame from the beautiful Schmetterlings. Included for free, which is awesome. So much intricate detail on this one here, Craig.
There is. There really, really is. You know, you've got all the tiny, tiny little bits. This is the one that's perfect to get that die tool with as well, because you can, a lot of people like myself find it therapeutic to pop them all out, but sometimes you don't have the means to get them all out. So with having that tool, you can use it and it's going to enable them to pop out. So we'll show you that one. So what I've got is I've got a couple of bits of cardstock already good to go. And then what I'm going to do is I've taken a piece of our Centura Pearl, Snow White, but I think actually I'm going to do it the other way around. This is going to be my matten layer, and I'm going to die cut the detail into the black card. Now what I'm going to do is, you'll have seen Sarah time and time again, our Gemini Joe, absolutely, whether it is the Junior, whether it is the Daddy, or whether it's the Pro, it's going to cut this no problem at all. For time, for speed, just to make sure, I do also like to put in my metal shim, just so that you're going to see that it's all going to then just die cut in beautifully. So what we can do is let's just secure that, and then I'm going to take that in, same plate configuration, plastic, magnetic top plate, and equally it will also go through the Gemini MIDI as well.
Awesome. Very busy on these already. Denise says she is still recovering from yesterday. Wow. Oh, I think she might mean the H10 preview. It was very
bone
full.
to pick with you and Sarah on that one.
Sorry?
Bone to pick with you and Sarah on that one.
Oh, what's this?
Apparently I'm doing a Facebook Live.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you've got to pick that bone with Sarah, not with me.
Yeah, I did.
You might do a Facebook Live.
Like do a Facebook Live. Yes, I am doing. Very, very quickly, those incredible Instasets. I was very lucky to win one here at work in one of our raffles. I've got it all set up, so I'm going to do a Facebook Live.
Is it now your new crafting desk?
It's in, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Fabulous.
You've not seen the photos, have you?
No.
No. Show you the photos and then keep your eyes peeled. Over the next few nights, there will be a Facebook Live for everyone to see, and you'll see it in action. It's in my craft room. All good to go.
Brilliant. Look forward to that. Keep your eyes out. For anyone that's not following you on social media, where can we find you, Craig?
So, like so many of us, my one is specifically Craig Laird CC. So that is on Facebook. That is also on Instagram. There you go.
There's your handle. Look.
There's my handle. Yeah. We're all
there's
on
my spout. I'm a little teapot.
Me over, pour me. Yeah. But for all of us at Crafters Companion, just type our name in, put CC at the end, and you'll find our set popping up. But that is mine specifically.
Awesome.
So what I'm going to do is your die tool, Joe, you will get your black mat. Mine seems to have disappeared. I'm missing my one.
Oh.
So I'm just going to use our flower forming one instead. So you've got the die, so it's all die cut as well. Now have a look at the waist, Joe, because if I hadn't have torn that one out, that would have been nice for a bit of a frame. Maybe you want to use that on your decorative inside nesting dies or something that you previewed last night, you know, these sorts of things. And we've got a nice little tab or tag that you could be using. But what we're going to do now is just popping that onto our mat. Yours, of course, will be the black one. I'm going to go back and forwards and see how it starts to take out all the little bits. So we're going to go all the way around and we're going to keep popping them out. So we're just popping it in using the sponge mat as a base. And we're going to keep going all the way around. And all these tiny, tiny little bristles, what they're doing is they are pushing all of the bits out. So it saves you having to pop them out. There will be some bits that stay in place, Joe, but then what you're going to do is, you know, you're just going to take your little pokey tool and then you're just going to give it a little bit of a helping hand. Then I'm going to take this bit out. So then you'll see a lot of it has come out.
Oh, wow.
Any of these little bits, just go over. You know, it's not going to do your cardstock any damage or harm. We're going to go all the way around. And then what we're going to do next week, we've got a craft along, and this specific die, we're going to paper piece the whole entire lot.
Can you imagine? We'd be here for weeks. Has anyone, let me know in the comments if anyone has done super intricate, a super intricate paper piecing demo like this. We've shared the links to your share the links to your social media in the comments as well, both on Facebook and on YouTube, Craig, so people can click through there and find your Facebook page.
Absolutely. And just to clarify, we are doing a paper piece, and which is now turned into a craft along. Details coming soon, but it won't be an intricate die like this. This is for sure. It's an outline die, so a bit easier, bit of fun. But that's coming next week for a craft along. But I know you've got one tomorrow as well.
Oh, yeah, I have. With those brand new creative card dies, myself and Debbie Fisher, my TV wife, which will be lovely. So we'll be here for that. That's in the 1 p.m. show, I believe. So yes, make sure you join us both for that. It'll be awesome. And then we've got Craft House as well at 4. Are we together for Craft House?
We are indeed.
Remind me what we've got. I remember seeing it and thinking it is awesome. It's the Knitwits. We've got Knitwits, fantastic. Looking forward to doing that with you, Craig.
I am as well. I'm looking forward to being in on a Saturday as well. I was already planned to be in. I want to say I was originally meant to be in for Craft House anyway, but lovely Debbie Fisher, I know she's on the craft along. I believe she's Peterborough today at Creating Craft.
Is she?
And she was going to be a bit later on in the day to get back for Craft Vault, so I'm coming in to do Craft Vault tomorrow morning as well.
Fabulous.
So Craft Vault with me, Debbie Fisher, and then it's going to be myself again. So, chopping about, flip-flopping.
Yeah, lovely. And then Sunday, I'll be here for my final day with you on Sunday. I'll be here with Debbie Fisher. And then I've got my first show with Hillary Sunday night.
Yay!
Looking forward to that.
She was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, when it comes to your tape runners, this one is absolutely perfect because what happens, because it's dotty, Joe, you've got all of this detail. So therefore, what happens when you run your tape runner over the decoration, the decorative part, the adhesive only sticks to where you've got all the black. So you can see on that one there. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring all these few elements in. So what we can do is we can go all the way around. I've taken a piece of pattern paper from our Pearl 12 by 12 pad, and I'm going to pop that one on, and then we can come along, and I've popped that onto Centura Pearl, and we can pop that one on. And then what I've done is quickly, before you came back to me, Joe, I have popped a foam pad on the back of what we'd done a moment ago. I'm going to pop that into there, and then I peeled off the demo that I done on Wake Up Call this morning, peeled that one out. Let's pop that one into place here, and you could add a sentiment, you know, maybe a few gems or pearls, but here we go. We've got that frame that just finishes it off. You could change the way that the rose is situated, and then therefore your card could go that way, maybe bring the rose to the top, but a lot of fun that you can do different ways, changing it up, and maybe even incorporating them.
Fantastic, absolutely love that, Craig. Manette says, I love that tool. She's been using a toothbrush. It doesn't really have the same flow as that tool. You maybe need to treat yourself. Remember what you're getting in here.
Does she mean that or me?
Sorry?
Does she mean that or me? She's enjoying the tool. Does she mean that or me?
That's funny. He's sharp today, he is. You've got the die tool brush and mat in there, and of course the 3 replacement head, and you've then going to receive the intricate lace frame, totally free of charge, which is absolutely brilliant. We're going to go and have a look next at the Spring is in the Air. It's the Life is Beautiful die that you're getting. I love these sentiment style dies where you've got that removable matte layer, so you can really pop a little sort of bubble behind that one just there. So you're going to get that. You're going to get the tape pen. I mean, can you ever have too many tape pens? Plot twist, the answer is no. And you're going to get this gorgeous rose gold Centura Pearl as well, which is brilliant. It's the metallic Centura Pearl. Just gorgeous, gorgeous cardstock, that one. You get all of that. It's a half price deal, £6.98 or $10.48, which is fantastic value for money. £5.58 or $8.38 as a platinum member. Let me recap some of the other stuff you've seen already. The Rose Bloom Stamp and Die. This is great because if you were thinking about maybe dipping your toe in with our pigment ink pads, then this is great because you buy the 4 pigment ink pads, we send you the stamps and dies, which are worth almost the same as well, which is brilliant. We've also got on the show the Lily collection. Lily collection was one of those super popular Nature's Garden collections. You've got your water-resistant finesse waterproof ink in there, and you've got your watercolor card as well. $8.98 or $13.48. Again, a half price deal, less than half price because everyone's going to be getting some sort of club-inspired discount in there as well. The Ornate Frame. This is fantastic. Again, from the Lily collection. In here, you've got the stamping card and you've got the heat-resistant acetate. You buy those, we give you the die totally free of charge, worth £17 or $20. A brilliant deal there. The Peacock, this is on the show for you as well, 6x6 folder. You've also got the Gilding Wax in there and 20 sheets of glitter card, 10 in the lilac, 10 in the royal blue, with a great saving there for you too. Lots of you chatting away with me as well. The card is gorgeous. The card is gorgeous, says Christine. Julie says she loves your demo. So detailed, talking about the latest frame. Minette's come back again. She says the brush tool and the toothbrush were unused, by the way. She hadn't used the toothbrush, Craig, then use it to remove the bits from her dies. She just wants to make that clear. Maybe it would work better if it was used, Craig. Maybe it'd be a bit, you know, a bit softer.
Might be.
Who knows? Good for repurposing.
Exactly, yeah. And at least you'll have a nice aroma doing it with the mint. You'll have the mint smell from the toothpaste.
Nice, very nice. Right, Spring is in the air, Craig. This is one I haven't done too much of, to be honest. It's not one that I'm hugely familiar with. It was very popular, wasn't it, when we launched it?
I believe so as well, a bit like yourself. I think it was launched maybe just before I joined Crafters Companion. So I have a few elements, but not a great deal of it. I do know it was also a popular one because it was very spring themed. So what we're going to do, within this one here, you're getting this nice little sentiment. So you've got the dies that says, life is a beautiful dream. And what you've got with these ones is you've got the actual word in themselves, but you've also got the backdrop. So what we're going to do is, you do get that rose gold cardstock. I've decided I'm not going to use the rose gold, Joe, because I've decided I'm going to do a continuation onto the card that I've been making. So let's see if I can just build upon it throughout the show. So what we're going to do is let's take the outline. So let's do this and let's do it in black. So we're going to do the outline of these bits into the black. And bring these, and these. These, yes, it's a great little sentiment. However, these are going to go through your really small die cutting machines. So we can then bring the actual sentiment, life is a beautiful dream, and we can cut that into our Centura Pearl. There we go. And this one is Snow White, just in case you're wanting to know. So here we are, taping it down, and then we're going to run it through.
Fantastic. Loads of you chatting away. The lovely Sarah Brown says, I have 3 favourite collections, Craig. She says, the Sarah Rose Gold, the Christmas Vintage, and the Flower Forming Collection as well. Awesome. See, was the Vintage Christmas, was that Nature's Garden? Was that's signature? Was it Nature's Garden?
It was Nature's Garden,
was it?
yeah.
Okay, that was lovely. That one sold out
really
in
nice.
record time. It really did. Remember, you've got a fabulous day still to come here on Crafters TV. You've got a launch day with myself and Tara in about an hour and 20 minutes time. And then, Colour Me Happy is... it's a Colour Me Happy / ink pad masterclass. We'll be looking at 3 different types of ink pads across that show. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Great day here for you. That looks like it's cut like a dream, Craig.
It does. Absolutely cuts like a dream, no problem at all. No pun intended, with dream being in the sentiment. Did you plan that one, Joe?
No, I didn't. No?
So instead of life is a beautiful dream, it cuts.
Just how I roll, Craig.
It is. Yeah, it is. You're on fire after the preview last night.
Oh, maybe. Maybe my flame will extinguish at some point today. Who knows? Craig?
Who knows?
Stay tuned to find out. But it's going to be very busy. It's the new memory book spines that we're launching in just over an hour's time. So I know a lot of you will want to stay tuned for that. We do also have the Gemini Pro on the show as well. So it's on an extended dispatch. The end of March, not much of it left. I definitely say you've been thinking about it and you want to, I mean, I dread to think how long the restock's going to be, it's going to take after this. But if you've been thinking about it, definitely pop yourself ahead to the latest show. If you always want to get ahead and look at shows that are coming up and look at those offers, best way to do that is go to the homepage, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Across the top, you'll see a section that says offers, and then you see all the show names drop down, and you can click whichever show name you want to get a little head start on. So that's always good to go. Generally, the deals go live about 48 hours beforehand, so it's a great way to sort of get ahead of the game and have a little look. Remember as well, all weekend here on Crafters TV, when you're spending over £30 or $30, you're going to save an extra £5 or $5, which is fantastic. So make sure you take advantage of that. It all automatically happen for you at the checkout when you've got £30 or $30 worth of stuff in your cart after your Club Inspired discount.
Certainly a good weekend to get stocked up, even if it's things just, you know, like your essentials or that. Although we did preview a few items like we usually do on Wake Up Call, and it was, all of them that we previewed were well over, or just over the £30 or $30 mark, which you would definitely get that extra incentive, so perfect. But here we go. So what I'm doing is I'm using my tacky glue with my little applicator. You could be using your, if you've got your dotty tape runner, or you could be using your sprays. But what we're going to do is just going into all this little detail. Now, I would probably go over the full backing of the letter, but for time and speed, let's just do little bits so it's going to stick. But what we've done is we've got that base for the layer that you can see, which is the black. And then what you're also getting is the actual sentiment itself, which I've cut within the Centura Pearl. So we're just going to go along and just mat them all up. And then what we'll do is we'll pop it on that card that we've just made.
This maybe might be a great one to add to your basket if you were just short of that £30 or $30, Craig. You just need to top yourself up to get that free £5 or $5 off. Then this would be great, because I mean, if you were using it to do that, you'd be getting it nearly for free, wouldn't you? Certainly would if you were a Club Inspired Platinum member.
That's right.
Platinum members, you're getting a great deal here on this one. You're going to be able to pick this up for, he says, he can't find it on his notes. Why can't I find it? There it is, Craig. £5.58 or $8.38. I was having a moment then. You know, like when you're looking for your glasses and you don't know where they are?
Yeah.
And you looked everywhere and then all of a sudden you realise that they're on your head.
They're on your head.
So that kind of movement.
Or
the hair is wild today, Craig, as well.
Oh, talking about hair being wild, you did, no. I was about to say you didn't see the start of Wake Up Call, did you? But no, that was still too early for you.
I think I might have been on my way into work, actually. I was in quite early today.
Yeah.
For me, you know, I'm normally here with seconds to spare.
Yep.
But I was in a good 20 minutes early today. I mean, it never happens.
Well, if you get a chance, no doubt I'll be sharing it on social media, or the team will be sharing it on social media.
I did see a dressing gown and an alarm clock in the green room and thought, it looks like something has gone down in here. Oh,
and you didn't see the picture either. I've moved it.
No.
Oh, pictures on my desk through in the office. A picture of Davina McCall. Just on the bedside cabinet,
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah,
I
slept
the idea that
in.
it's quite like the idea that you sleep here, you live here, you never got home, Craig.
Pretty much, you know, I know I'm just 15 minutes down the road or up the road, but yeah, pretty much sleep here, don't I? As if it's a bad thing. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our straight tape runner for this one, and let's do Life is a Beautiful Dream. So let's just pop these ones together. So let's pop Life is a Dream. Pop it on a pad as well if you want it. It's up to yourself. But let's work it all the way along. So Life is a Dream. And you can be using that rose gold. But as I say, the reason I've not used that rose gold is I thought, let's just continue with this card. To be honest, actually, probably the rose gold cardstock would also work as a back layer, but hey ho, we've gone with the snow white and the black, but here we go, there we are, and there we are. So Life is a Beautiful Dream, and then we've used a couple of the components all together. How well does that look? Looks
It just shows you how, you know, so many different, especially across similar ranges like, you know, we say it about the Sarah Signature, it's also true about the Nature's Garden, that they'll all play really nicely together no matter what their style, and Craig really has demonstrated that perfectly for you there. Let me just share with you what you're getting in the Spring is in the Air collection. So you're getting Life is a Beautiful Dream. You are also getting that gorgeous rose gold cardstock. I mean, it is a thing of beauty. And you're going to receive in there a tape pen too, one of the extra strong, extra long ones, which is awesome. Right, next up, I need to share with you the Calla Lily collection. So this is what you're getting here. So you're getting the Finesse waterproof ink pad in here, your watercolor card, and the stamp die as well. And the stamp die is this one, is the Calla Lily that you are getting in here. And this is awesome because this really allows you, it's quite an unusual flower, I think, the Calla Lily. It's very tropical, isn't it? But really beautiful, something that I know you're going to really enjoy putting together. And you've got a great deal here. Platinum member today, $7.18 or $10.78, saving way more than you're spending. It's a fantastic half price deal for absolutely everyone. Lots of you still chatting away. Patty says, what, no foam pads? So yeah, no foam pads. Have you none at all today? Joe, how about looking for your cell phone and you're using it? Yeah, I've done that before. Patricia's saying she loves the vintage lace, it's her favourite. Kimberly says Rose Garden is my ultimate favourite collection as well. Lots of you chatting. Remember, not only are you going to be able to get that £30 or $30 spend, save £5, $5, you can of course still use your Club Inspired discount across absolutely everything here at Crafters TV and everything you see online on our website, even when it's on sale pricing, like in our craft vault today. I'm going to give you a moment to check out your baskets. Whilst you do that, let's actually recap all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order and will ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there of Club Inspire, which is a fantastic club to be in, meaning you're going to unlock even better discounts as we go through. Dawn and Patty both shocked there was no foam pads on that rose, Craig. What's happened? Have you turned over a new leaf?
No, there was.
Was there foam pads?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The foam pads, the foam pad inquiry. Oh, there were yeah. Under there.
Yeah.
Okay, take it back.
I was that quick and peeling the backing off, you didn't see it. Yeah,
absolutely. We can all stand down. Stand down. There were foam pads. Don't you worry about that. Right, up next, we're going to have a look at the Calla Lily in more details as well. Details are there on the screen for you. If you want to watch and shop at the same time, you can do that over on our website, craftscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu. Calla Lily, not a flower we see an awful lot of, Craig, is it?
It's not a flower I'd ever heard of before in the past. You say Calla Lily and you just Calla Lily.
Can you say Calla Lily 5 times?
Calla Lily, Calla Lily. Da, 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 da,
It's like red lorry, yellow lorry, isn't it? Calla Lily, Calla Lily, Calla Lily, Calla Lily,
Calla Lily, Calla Lily. Calla Lily Pizzeria. Rightio, let's go in. So we've got our Calla Lily. So we've got all these components together. So we've got our stamps. So we've got 4 stamps and we've got 4 dies that work together and in conjunction with each other. Well, together and conjunction is the same, isn't it? So what we can do is let's bring in our stamping platform. I'm going to go for my 6x6 one. Oh, look at that. Someone's left their stamp. Oh, well, I'll put it there. It's a Lee Holland stamp, Georgie. Georgina? Georgie.
Oh, nice.
Georgie. 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 Oh,
George squared in the diary
No, I'm
today.
thinking of it. That's George. That's it, isn't it? Georgie. Georgie.
I just said George squared in the diary today. Not in the diary today, in the gallery today, Joe. They're in there. They're in there all weekend. I'll be with you here as well for the rest of the weekend, right the way up until Sunday. And there's so much going on. It's jam-packed this weekend, Craig.
It is jam-packed, isn't it? It is jam-packed. So what I'm going to do is I've brought in that watercolor card. And what we're going to do is I've popped my ink on. So watercolor card and also the Flagstone waterproof dye ink pad. And I'm going to stamp. Now, can you see how I've not been overly careful? See how I've got all this mucky mess all the way round? Because our stamping platform that I'm using, it's got feet. But it doesn't really matter because what will happen is I'm going to pop this one on and let's not waste a lot of space. Let's pop it up towards the top. And what I'm doing is I'm going to press. So it layers out, it evens out, and then what happens is because of the depth of the stamp, it's just the stamp that presses onto our card. Now, if in this surrounding area, if I was to really press hard, Joe, then of course it's going to bend over. You're going to get that bit of ink on the card. But as long as you just press where the stamp is and then remove it, then you're going to get that nice, crisp, clean impression. Now just keep in mind as well, this is the Calla Lily stem. So this is giving you the stem fact with this one here. And then what you can do is then you can create the actual petal to go around it. But then what I'm going to do is, because it's watercolor card, let's go in for a bit of, well, let's go in for the green tones. Let's go in for bud green and a bit of bolder for the stem, because what I'm doing as well is I'm using the packaging as a bit of something to copy from. So bringing in our aqua pens, it could be our sparkle pens, could be our sparkle pots, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my water brush. Again, it could be a paintbrush with water, or it could be your clear sparkle overlay. But let's lay the colour down onto our glass mat, and let's do the 2 of them. So here we go, so that's actually that. Bud green is a little bit bold for my liking, but then the good thing is you can mix them up, change the colours, lighten it slightly or darken it, whichever way. And then what we can then start to do, once again, it's watercolour card, so we can then start to go in, and then what I'm going to do is pick up a little bit more depth of the colour, and then we can, I'm always just dabbing a little bit of the excess off, and we can start to pull that colour in. We can work our way all the way around, and then what we can do is if I want to go in with a bit more of the depth, we can really go in heavy-handed. So you can, of course, you can always add depth of colour. Usually we say that you can't take away, but when it comes to watercolouring, you do have that little bit more flexibility, because then what you can just do is pull the colour out. And then what you can also do is you've got all of these additional lines that you could work your way in. Just dab it, and you don't need to worry too much about saturating the cardstock too much, as that's what the watercolor card is for. So we can go in, and then even if I wanted to, go in again with that depth of colour, and then we can work our way colouring.
Lynn wants to know if you've had too much caffeine, Craig, or it's just the thought of no more early mornings.
I think it's a bit of both, to be honest with you. Yeah.
You got that Friday feeling today?
I've got that Friday feeling, yeah. Even though I'm in tomorrow.
Still, are you going to go home and have a glass of wine and cook something delicious for dinner? Your Friday ritual seems to be your Friday ritual of late.
It does. This week it's changing slightly because I've got some prep to do for tomorrow's shows, but nothing's stopping me from maybe having a little beer or wine or something tonight.
Absolutely.
I'm doing that, you know, doing a bit of crafting. Goggle Box is back on the TV tonight. So
is it?
Yeah.
Nice. Patricia says, Craig is like an ever-ready battery. He keeps on going and going and going. He is. He's full of energy. Full of beans, aren't you, Craig?
I am. Sometimes I am, yeah.
Or coffee.
Or coffee.
Carol wants to know, can the lily be made with flower-forming foam?
Well, keeping in mind this one here, it's just the stem.
Right,
it's
okay.
just the stem that you're getting with this one here. So if you've maybe got any of your other flower forming phones, you want to create your own lily, because I know there is a lily flower forming. Pardon me. There is another lily.
He definitely is full of beans.
Foam out there, you can then create your own. So just keep in mind that this is just the stem of the lily, but you know, you could get creative, you can absolutely build upon that if you want. But this time I've just gone in with a bit of gold, and once again we can go all the way down, Joe, just add in bits of depth, using our water brush. We can go in more heavy-handed if you want, but just picking them out and having fun in that way. That's all
Alice,
I'm going to do.
Alison Morgan says she just ordered the stamping platform and the hummingbird embossing folder and stencil. The hummingbird was a must. Absolutely, it is. Loads of shows to come. That looks beautiful, Craig.
So it's just nice, isn't it? It's nice just to have that little bit of an accent. Yes, it is the lily stem, but there's nothing stopping you from maybe popping other flowers on top of your cards, or maybe you want to make them as an accent. Just coming around a photo, maybe your memory book, maybe you're getting the new 10-inch or 8-inch ones. Have some fun.
Now, let me just recap what you're getting exactly in the lily there, which is awesome. So, oh, hello. So you can see this is what you're getting. So it's the stem there, and you're getting that die as well. It's going to enable you to cut that out. What you're also going to receive is the Finesse waterproof ink pad, which is the perfect one that you need to lay that watercolour down, and the watercolour cardstock, which is of course the perfect one. Right, the next one we're going to have a look at is the Ornate Frame, which is this one here. Now you're going to get the Ornate Frame totally free of charge in this configuration. I know, it's brilliant, isn't it? But when you, of course, you go for these two, so it is your white stamping card, which is this one just here, and of course your heat resistant acetate as well. You're then going to get that free of charge. You are saving more than you're spending there with that, which I think again is brilliant value for money. Now, the Peacock Collection. I thought I'd lost my peacock again, Craig. It's here, I found it, don't you worry. Which is this one. Now, what you're going to get in here is you're going to get the awesome panel embossing folder. I love this because it's a 6x6 size. It's a plumage panel, but I just think it's a bit different having it a square size. Of course, the 5x7s are popular. We'll always continue to bring those to you, but I just love having it in this square size. You are going to get the Renaissance Gold Gilding Wax included within this bundle as well, and then also the cardstock as well. And it is our lilac you're going to get in there, glitter card. You'll get 10 sheets of that one, and you're also going to get this gorgeous blue one as well, which is your royal blue there. So really, really beautiful colourways in those. Encapsulated as well, which means that it doesn't shed, which is awesome. But also if you've got an electric cutting machine, something like a scan and cut or a Cricut or something like that, it will be absolutely fine to use in those as well, which is brilliant. The next one we've got for you is this one just here now, is the Woodland Friends. The vellum pad's so popular when we brought this to you as part of the big collection, but the great thing is not only have you got vellums in here, you've also got these die cut toppers. So you've got over 60 die cut toppers in here, arranged across 4 pages. And then all of these beautiful vellums in here too. Really gorgeous opacity to these. It's a really nice heavy weight as well at the same time. It's 150 GSM, but it's just great when you want to distress it, tear it, you want to add a bit of interest, you want to add a layer that gives you texture without giving you bulk. This absolutely allows you to do that. Buy this, and then what you'll do is you'll get the 6x6 pad totally free of charge, which is awesome. So it is your 180 GSM. You've got 48 sheets in there. It will beautifully tie in not only with the vellum pad, but with the wider Woodland Friends collection, which is awesome. $24.99 or $29.95. Remember that Rose Bloom collection as well. Very busy on that. And a really great, really great dip your toe in. If you were gonna, fancied having a go with our pigment ink pads, you could come and buy 4 on the website anytime you like for $19.96 or $27.80. Why would you though, when you can buy them today and we'll give you this, the Rose Bloom Stamp and Die, worth an extra $19.99 or $19.95. You get that totally free of charge when you bought those, when you buy the 4 ink pads. If you have just joined us towards the end of the show, don't worry, you can, as soon as this ends, you can go back and watch this back, because Craig did a demonstration with those right at the start of the show, so you'll not want to miss that. Definitely go back and have a look at that. Christine Behe says, I haven't seen the Calla Lily collection before. I really, really like it. Craig, it was a pleasure to be with you in the studio this morning. We'll be back together tomorrow. Well, this time tomorrow, and then we'll also have that awesome, we've got that awesome craft house coming up too.
Absolutely, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be a nice collection of the 2 different knitwear that we've done over the past.
Brilliant. Big thanks to Craig. Huge thanks to you guys at home. Don't go anywhere though. Well, you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere you want, but only for an hour, right? Because I have got a fantastic launch day coming up with Sarah with the memory book, Large Spines. You are going to absolutely love it. I know a lot of you have already got your orders in. Maybe go and have a look on the website at all the gorgeous products that are coming up in that next show. But it's going to be fantastic. Myself and Sarah, and then myself and Sarah back again with Colour Me Happy later, and also the second instalment of this show, the Craft Vault. Another chance to see that at 7 p.m. UK time or 2 p.m. Eastern time. Get the kettle on, do what you need to do, grab some lunch, grab some breakfast, but make sure you join me back here in an hour's time. I'll see you then.
Bye.